enthusiastic. Well, let's turn to Texas. That state is seeing historic turnout for early voting ahead of some highly anticipated primary races, and it's being driven by Democrats. According to state data, Texas Democrats have cast 1.5 times as many ballots in the first 8 days of early voting for this year's midterms as they did in all of early primary voting back in 2024. Candidates and political groups are also shattering spending records in the race for Republican Senator John Cornyn's seat. State Representative James Tallarico faces Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett for the Democratic nomination. Tallarico's team reported raising more than $21 million through last week. That's a lot. While Team Crockett reported also a healthy nearly $8.6 million. According to the ad tracking firm Ad Impact, the majority of the spending has come from groups not tied to the candidates. Groups backing Cornyn have spent almost $57 million so far to help him win re-election in what's expected to be a tough race against Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton and Congressman Wesley Hunt. This comes as President Trump is expected to travel to Corpus Christi tomorrow, his first appearance since the State of the Union. While Trump has endorsed a dozen Texas Republicans in their March 3rd congressional and legislative primaries, he has so far stayed out of backing a candidate in the GOP U.S. Senate race. And Kurt, you know Texas politics well. There's a sense here that Cornyn's in some trouble on the Republican side. And we know the Lone Star State is sort of is the white whale, I guess, for Democrats. They feel like, oh, we could do it. This time we could do it. They've always fallen short. In fact, in 24, gave up some of the progress they made in previous cycles. But here we are, yet again, some hope, particularly if there's a blue wave.
Yeah, I live in Dallas, and it's been interesting. This has been getting so much chatter, and it's really all over. We're seeing major turnout at political rallies, enthusiasm that we have. Tallarico was in Dallas just last night to a packed rally. Crockett's been running an aggressive campaign. It's all over the airwaves. There's this feeling with Cornyn and Paxton that Paxton just has this race lined up. Cornyn has not been able to make a dent on his sizable lead throughout the entire campaign, in spite of some personal issues coming out on Paxton that are negative. For someone like Cornyn, who's been an institution in Texas politics for so long, has been an institution in the U.S. Senate, ran the NRSC, to be in this position in a primary and for the president to sit it out basically and not endorse is pretty telling and revealing about the president thinking he can't get the job done. Paxton's going to win. It is the perfect storm, if there is one, for Democrats who believe that with the right candidate who can motivate turnout, get enthusiasm, get the young vote to turn out, get minorities to turn out, and a person with as much baggage as Paxton has, that could be the right recipe to finally capture the white whale and make ground in Texas. And Democrats do realize that no matter what happens in this election, the way that the demographics are going in this country, the way that redistricting is going to happen in 2030, they're going to have to start competing and invest resources in places like Texas and get behind red dirt Democrats to try to make grounds in areas that they are going to lose ground. They're going to lose seats in California. Republicans are going to gain seats in Florida after the next reapportionment. They have to start playing in this part of the country. So the money spent here, even if they don't get the job done, they understand they need to start doing the resources here in order to be competitive in future elections as well.
Yeah, it's a good point. Both a short and long-term investment there. Kurt Bardella and Matthew Bartlett, our thanks to you both.